Gilty here. A little confused, to say the least. Yesterday, I made two wonderful recordings. I mean, they were just top notch. One of them was hysterical. One of them was interesting. But not being very good at this, I pressed a button called time lapse instead of video, which means that everything's except there was no volume to it. And my experts in this then told me that there was no way I could correct that. So I did leave one of them in my postings, although we'll get to that in a minute, under lip readers only, because you'd have to be a lip reader. And you'd have to be a really fast lip reader, because it's like the 10-minute video in 7 seconds. Today, this a great little cigar. These guys are fantastic. They win awards all of the time. I mean, I'm going to tell you how to say this. It looks like Padilla, but it's well, I can't remember now. I think I should be honest with you and tell you that I've been at the pool. My Texas office was closed today. Well, it wasn't closed, but I'm eating my cigar. Texas office was out of commission. Well, not even out of commission. One of my girls there, Casey, was doing Doctor Day with I don't know, 5 or 6 of her 20 children. So Shannon was still there, and they're doing a great job, and she got some cashier's checks and all that. But I decided early on that I would come back to the hotel early, try to get my car washed. I missed that by 15 minutes. So I decided to go to the pool. And listen to a book, which is one of the, my hair is really awesome, shower, by Daniel Silva that I'm reading. I talked about it in one of my posts yesterday. That went, and I'll get back to him at another time. The interesting thing, and it causes me to tell you a story now because of the condition I'm in. Although I have to say that I came up about almost 2 hours ago from the pool and put a little light down. Maybe I passed out. An interesting story. When the British were occupying India, who the hell knows when that was, malaria was a problem. And so in the afternoon, the British officers would sit around and drink quinine, which is I don't know what the hell it is, but it helps with malaria or keeps you from getting it. And being British officers, they immediately realized that quinine, although not a bad flavor, today we call it tonic, tasted better if you put just a dab of gin in it, which now we call gin and tonic. Makes sense, gin and tonic. Gin and quinine sounds bad. So gin and tonic. So over the last few years, oh my God, what's happened to the light? Oh, there I am. Oh shit! What the hell? I thought I was going blind. Anyway, the gin and tonic is like an antidote or whatever for malaria. So in the afternoons, I try to have one, sometimes two. I think today I may have had 1, 2, 3, 3 or 4. But since I started that regime, and I do it mainly in pools, sometimes just sitting out here on the balcony or whatever, I haven't had an outbreak of malaria, at least 2 years, maybe 3, actually maybe 4. Of course, prior to gin and tonic, I've never had malaria either. But I equate the fact that now I have gin and tonic on a relatively regular basis to the fact that I haven't had malaria. So anyway, I had a few gin and tonics, listened to a book, which was, started listening to this, it's a new one. And I'm going to get in that the Daniel Silva stuff in another video because I have so many things to tell you today about YouTube and posting and oh my God. And I might also add that where I live here, in Miami, we have a relatively nice pool, but it's not occupied frequently by extremely attractive women. Today was one of those exceptions where we had the bartender tells me that 4 of these young ladies were from New Jersey and blah blah blah, and this one was from here and that was. We really had probably half a dozen, maybe even 8 very attractive women. One sat next to me on the lounges, and it was really. Well, I mean, she wasn't talking to me, so she wasn't interrupting me, but she made it difficult to listen to my book and pay attention. But I managed to do that. Had my malaria medicine, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so what's happened? So, as I indicated in the beginning of this, I pressed the wrong button out of curiosity to something called time lapse yesterday, and screwed up 2 great videos. I mean, they were top notch. You'll never know. But I'm going to repeat the theme of them at another time. Anyway, so this morning I went to work. Went to my office here in Miami with the intention of getting set up on getting my YouTube set up where I could start posting these more than interesting. I said I have nobody following me. I have nobody watching me. I mean, shit, just me. And I got there to find out that one of my consultants, actually both of them, but the one I was depending on today, is off at some conference to be a green belt in, oh my God, some fantasy world they live in, to a green belt. What is that? It wasn't karate. Sigma 6. Who the hell ever heard of that? They claim they're going to be better consultants because they hung out in Orlando for 5 days listening to some probably jerk tell them a bunch of bullshit. But they're young guys and they believe that crap. Anyway, so he wasn't there. So I set up a YouTube account on this iPad that I'm talking on right now a couple of weeks ago. And it says on the instructions to post to YouTube, you need to have a YouTube channel. So there's about the second thing down, and you pull it up on your menu. It says YouTube channel. So you punch that, and it says cancel or create a YouTube channel. So a reasonably intelligent man would hit create YouTube channel, which I do. Boom, YouTube channel. It says this is going to take you to your browser. Not sure what that is, but I thought it was the internet. To your browser and to create a YouTube channel. minutes or cancel. So I hit, you know, take me where the hell you want me. I just want to create a channel so I can post this bullshit. So I hit that, and it takes me back. Oh, look, it's dark again. Takes me back to my homepage thing that says home, create a create a channel, my channel, blah 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 blah. So I don't know how many times I did that. I'm going to say a rough estimate would be 6 or 7. Notice I'm not having a drink with this cigar because I've already had too many, and I have to go to dinner tonight with some really nice people, and I don't want to be. But taking off the wrapper of this cigar, another interesting thing is that these are absolutely worthless. I mean, you understand that, right? I mean, they're cigar bands, and they were put on a cigar originally, I think, so your fingers didn't smell like shit. But I throw those in a, you can't see, well, I have them several places, big glass things, and I throw those in. And I have no idea why. I mean, they're actually worthless. Anyway, what the hell was I? What are we talking about? It wasn't cigars. No. YouTube. So, the lady in the office says, why don't you look that up on Google, how to do it? I said, oh, yeah. So I managed to fumble my way to Google. And it says, open your iPad and hit my channel and make a channel. Well, sure. So I tried that, and what does it do? The same damn thing it did before. So I'm sitting there in front of my iPad and my computer. So I get on my computer, I hit YouTube, brings me up right away. My little email address and all that. And it says, what do you want to do? And I said, I want to create my channel. So I hit that button, takes me to a deal, says, what do you want it to be named? What do you, blah, 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 blah. I answer all those questions, okay? And it says, you've got a channel now on YouTube, but I can't do shit with it. So I think, well, now that it's a channel on YouTube, right, in the same YouTube that I sign on this thing, I'll go ahead and get back to the iPad and start some posts. I have like, I don't know, 7 or 8 of these in the can, and none of them are out there. I mean, the world is being cheated on a daily basis. So that's what I do. And so what do you think happens? I go to YouTube on my iPad. I'm really fascinated by this light thing, aren't you? And I don't know today if I get over, is it getting anything? You getting some water out there in South Beach? Yeah, not great, but it's out there. Anyway, so I get on the iPad, I do the thing. It says create a channel. I hit it, takes me right back to the same damn deal. So I do that 4 or 5 more times, and that's how I got to the pool. I said, shit, I can't live like this. The guy that's supposed to be helping me is off being a 6 Sigma or a Sigma 6 or some bullshit, and so that's it. I go and I have a few malaria medicines, take a nice nap, and come out here and I talk to you. I don't remember if I told you or not, but Gilty here.